We're Laura and Brian, also known as a couple of Quinns. We love our city of Dayton, old houses, and dogs. Recently, we purchased a 1905 Federal-style fixer-upper, and we've been renovating it during the pandemic. Welcome back to the Fed, everybody. This weekend we have some special guests, some twin sisters.
Twins, huh?
Well, I guess they're not twin sisters, but they are whiny, they're stinky.
They're scared of everything.
They are scared of everything. They constantly need attention, but we love them anyway. Say hi, Cannoli and Pitzel. They're Scott and Nikki's dogs. Scott and Nikki are out of town for the weekend, so they're leaving our little girlfriends with us.
Oh, they know sweet girls. Oh, okay. Hi, Cannoli. Oh.
But today, Laura is going to work on sanding and finishing the floors in here.
Yes, I'm dying to get these floors refinished. Once that's done, I can paint the ceilings and do the final coat of paint on the walls. And then hopefully just start working our way through the rest of the house, doing some finishing touches. Look at Pete. He looks highly annoyed.
He is highly annoyed.
Let's get this taped up, and then I want to start sanding.
Alrighty. Now that Laura's working on that, I'm sure you can hear her. I'm going to work on the bathroom. Kind of one of the most important things for a bathroom. You'll see. Somewhere a little quieter, huh? It's definitely the right door, but since we installed tile in the bathroom, the bottom of the door has to be trimmed off just a little bit because the floor is higher than it was before. I don't have a planer, so I can't do it little by little, but I do have a circular saw and clamps and a straight edge. But that makes me nervous.
is my project for the day, so I'm feeling a little bit tired. I lightly sanded them with the electric sander. I like to just rough them up a little bit. The idea isn't to sand off the finish or the color or anything. I like to just scruff them up a little bit and then put down a fresh coat of polyurethane. I call it the little floor refresh. You're not really refinishing them, but it really makes the floors look great for not a lot of effort. Like half a day's worth of work and your floors can look really nice. This product is great. You can get it at Sherwin-Williams. It's polyurethane specifically made for floors, and it has kind of an amber coloring in it, which just smooths out any imperfections in the floor. I also like it because it's a water-based product, so your cleanup is easy, and it's low VOC, so low odor. It's not gonna make you feel sick working around it all day. Not perfect, but I kind of like that. I like that some of the imperfections still show through. I'm also just, imperfect things don't bother me, so I kind of like the age and character that it adds. I also recommend a satin sheen. I think it's just a little, not a lot, just right.
I need to cut these guys off and install these. But first thing I need to do is go turn off the water downstairs. Gotta make sure this one's off too. That's to the hot. Woohoo! Come on, come on. There we go.
I could really use a time lapse. I'm gonna be painting the ceiling. But before you do that, I wanna take this boob light off too.
Just taking the boob light off.
It probably needs to be sanded under there, who knows?
Probably. God, that's an ugly light.
Well, and I thought the ceilings in here looked good. And then once I painted the walls, even though it's just the first coat, now I realize the ceilings do not look that good and they need to be repainted. So I'm gonna paint the ceilings, get the second coat of paint on the walls, and then clean up the woodwork today. I'm gonna remove the paint. I gotta order more bry wax. I'm out of that, or else I'd go over the woodwork. Bless you.
Sorry.
And then whatever other little details can be done today, that's what we'll do. And then like this, I still haven't figured out what this is. This must have always been here. And it's not anything that we would have done, at least not that I can think of.
I don't know.
So I'm hoping the bry wax goes over this and just kind of smooths out that finish. I think it will. I mean, that's just part of living with an old house. It's never gonna be perfect. You learn to accept it.
Yeah.
Otherwise it'll make you go crazy. Can you believe the difference that the stone paint made?
Check out this light fixture. Look at that thing. So cool.
So pretty. Do you think we need a bigger one for in here though? I don't know. I think we should go for it. And then I want to get lime green velvet drapes. What do you think about that?
Lime green velvet drapes.
Yeah. Like, think like vintage lime green. Like a light olive.
Almost like the chairs would be.
Yes. Close to that, but a little bit more washed out.
A little bit more washed.
It's gonna be pretty. You'll see.
Okay.
ceiling is finished, with the exception of that little spot. There was, I don't know what you call it, like a dried piece of something that was already stuck to the ceiling, and I went to scrape it off, and of course it pulled down a bunch of the plaster. So I filled it, it needs to dry, I'll sand it, and then I'll touch that spot up. But the rest of the ceiling is done, and now we're putting up the lights.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be so cool. I'm not sure I love that yellow cord though. That's kind of ugly.
Well, that's what came with it.
Now, this light fixture is lightweight enough that it should just be able to go up without needing a box, right?
It's not to code, technically, because there's a junction. It's not in a box. Yeah, it's just going to be a junction squeezed between this piece of metal and the plaster. It's a light. It's not exactly going to be a lot of like amperage going through it.
As long as the house doesn't catch on fire. And if it does, then it's all your fault.
Cool.
If you're willing to accept those terms, then proceed.
You know, if the house goes down and
Yeah, if the house catches on fire, it's gonna be because I left a candle burning. Let's be real.
Okay, baby, you tell me how high. About here?
First, look at the light.
It's not. The third look at the light. Just.
I think it should go a little taller.
Up here?
I think that is about right.
Right
yeah,
there.
Nobody's gonna bonk their head.
Okay. Let's do this now here.
I think that looks good.
This is the problem with not having a box. This piece is supposed to go up into the box, but there's no box to go up into. But what I'm going to have to do is go upstairs and kind of pull the stuff out of the way so that I can move all of this up into the ceiling. It's not ideal. The circuit's not on anyway, so no fear of burning the place down. I believe that light's somewhere around here. Upstairs, and I was actually able to feel around, and it seems that there is in fact a box in here, but what what this thingy is in the center. I don't know. And why they didn't cut it out to put the box in, I don't know. I'm wondering if this thing, oh yeah. I should have tried this forever ago. What the heck? Oh, sweet. There's, well, this came off of a tube that's up in there, but that tube looks like it's held up by a flathead. Well, okay then.
We got this room looking pretty good. The ceiling's painted, the light fixture's in. I've done 2 coats of all the cutting in. I still need to do a little bit more painting. You can see down here, not finished yet, and everything still needs one more coat. But in the meantime, we're gonna start working on the crown molding for the bathroom. Yes. Ooh. I love it. I'm gonna attempt to fill these cracks here. I got some of this stuff. It's colored. It kind of matches the floor. We'll see how it does. Scratch that. This stuff is crap. I don't know what's going on with it, but it was all watery and weird and not filling the hole. So luckily I got a backup. This one was $2.99 off the bargain rack. I'm a little skeptical, but it can't be worse than the other one. So we'll see how it goes. All right, now that I've made a complete mess of this, I'm gonna work on cleaning it up a little bit. I'm experimenting at this point. There we go. That's looking better. It's looking pretty good.
You're looking pretty good.
It's hard to get this smoothed out without pulling more of it out of the crack. So I might just let this dry and then try cleaning up or more around it. Not a perfect color match. We'll see how it dries. And if I need to, I can probably touch it up with a little bit of stain. Honestly, at this point in the project, I'm not that worried about it.
All right, guys, same project, new day. I'm getting over my fear. I'm just going to get her done. So what I have to do here, I have to measure the distance that I am off to get these to connect. And then I'm going to add a 1/4 inch of that. When I take it off, I'll have a 1/4 inch gap underneath the door so that when I turn on the fan, air will be able to go under the door and be sucked out by the fan. That's important because if you don't have much of a gap, then you're kind of just creating a vacuum. You don't get a lot of flow, and then the bathroom just stays super humid anyway. Holy crap, this door's heavy. Whew. I don't know what that is. So there's these little slots on the bottom. I have no idea what that's for. Maybe some sort of like a, you know, a flap, almost like a weather strip like you'd put on a back door, but just for air flow? I don't know. If you know, let us know. Tell us in the comments. Heck yeah! Take it off for a minute. I gotta find the pins.
Yeah, let's see how the door looks.
Listen.
Do you need my help?
Nope. Oh yeah. Oh.
Wait, why is there such a big gap? Is this the right door?
It is.
What happened?
See, right here, it is actually closed. So what I need to do is I need to set these out to where they were properly, and that'll set the door out further too.
Okay.
So, don't worry.
I trust that you have a plan. The door looks really pretty though.
Yes.
Or it will once I get some brow wax on there.
Man, these old doors are just never-ending work.